So last year I was in Harrisburg at the Great American Outdoor Show, and they had a Kuiu stand there, and I went over and I just started getting my hands on a ton of their gear. After doing that, I ended up picking out a few pieces and saying, you know what, I'd like to try this, I'd like to try that. It wasn't like I'm saying I'm going to test the Encounter series. It wasn't like I'm testing this series or whatever. I just grabbed items that I thought would be really good for bow hunting, for what I was looking for, as far as, you know, that mid-season 40 to 60 degrees down into the 30s type temperature stuff that would hold me over for that. So I looked at that, grabbed a couple items, and boom, fast forward to this year, and did a lot of hunts with the stuff that I tested, and really found that I absolutely love the Kuiu gear that I've tested. Now, the items that I tested were the Pro Pant, which, if you're not familiar with Kuiu's Pro Pant, it's basically their attack pant with knee pads on it, right? Built-in knee pads that are like, I don't know if they're glued on or how they're on here, but they are on here. Believe me, I beat this up enough that I've, with my knees against trees and stuff like that, saddle hunting and stuff, that I thought for sure I was going to peel some of this off by the end of the season, and I did not. But here, I did the Pro Pant. I did the Encounter Fleece here. I did the Peloton hooded, this Peloton 97. And so I also tested this, the Kenai jacket. I was looking for some packable insulation that I could stuff into my pack and ball up really tight and pull out for when the temperatures got a little bit chilly during the mid-season, right? Because my plan was to wear the Peloton 97, wear the fleece over top, and wear the Pro Pant, and go from there. And it ended up being a fantastic plan. So let's dive into the details. So hey, if you don't know me, my name is Mike, the Everyday Bow Hunter, owner of ArcherHand.com, retired U.S. Army Green Beret, and I test a tremendous amount of gear. And with this, I had really wanted to get my hands on some Kuiu stuff and really test it out. Now, I have some early season Kuiu stuff that I tested before. I had the Peloton 97 without the hood that I tested in the early season in the Verde camo. Of course, the stuff that I all bought was the Velo camo, which I was really worried about blending in with the environments I was hunting in the fall in Pennsylvania, and ended up, when I was out in the woods, you'll see from the video I'm going to show you, that it seemed to really blend in good, and it worked well. And I don't think that it got me busted or anything like that. So anyway, the one thing that I have learned over the course of this test is that, see the Peloton 97 here that I tested, right? It is 4.6 ounces in a size. I wear a size large, right? All the stuff that I have is a size large. I did not have a fit problem at all. I have the 30 pants, I believe it is, for the Pro Pant, right? I wear a 34 and I'm a 30 inch, and the pants fit perfectly. I did not have issues at all with the pants fit. Worked out great. But back to the Peloton 97, they have the Kuiu fleece inside here, right? This is probably the best single item I've ever bought of anything. Outside of I think the mesh base layers that I bought from Brynja, really good, excellent, some of the best stuff ever. But for pound, ounce for ounce, the Peloton 97 from Kuiu is the single best piece of kit that I own, because you can wear it all season long. You can wear it as a next to skin base layer. You can wear it like I did over top of my Brynja mesh base layers as a kind of a mid layer. I hunted in 50-degree weather with hiking in and stuff with just this Brynja mesh base layer on the pants and Brynja mesh base layer bottoms, and was roasting. At 55 degrees, the Brynja mesh and Peloton 97 is too much hiking, and sweat pretty good. I had gone like 300 yards. So that's what I call an indicator. So definitely tells you a lot about that Kuiu fleece in it, right? And then I'm wearing the Pro Pants right now, Kuiu Pro Pants. And I have the mesh base layer on underneath there too, and it's got me sweating pretty good. So it's something to think about with how well this thing insulates. And it doesn't really, got to give it something. It's about breathing. I don't think it breathes exceptionally well, even as thin as it is. It really keeps the heat in. And that's why I think it's still one of the best base layers that I've tested. And I've done deer drives in 22-degree weather with just this on, with a orange vest over top and burning up, because it will generate and hold the heat when you are on the move. Static does a great job as a light base layer, right? It's a light base layer, but it is probably, based on the weight alone, don't buy this and say, oh, Mike, you said this was warm. I wore it in 20-degree weather by itself and it wasn't that warm. Let's be realistic, right? On the move with this will generate and hold a tremendous amount of heat. I don't think it breathes exceptionally well, but for as light as it is, you unzip it, you can dump that heat, right? It holds in and keeps you warm like nothing else that I've ever bought. I have never said this about any other piece of gear. So if you've seen all my other videos and reviews, understand Peloton 97 is the best thing I own. Next, performance-wise, I had the Encounter Fleece, right? The Encounter Fleece is a half zip, right? Does not have any pockets up here on it. It is just a pullover. It is a fleece pullover. It has some flex to it, but I found that this wears a little tight. The fleece, it's not super thick, right? So it is in that, put it over the Peloton 97 in the tree. We're now talking at 50 degrees, 45. I'm fine. I'm not worrying about anything. I don't need to put anything else on, right? All that's covering me. I'm good to go, right? So great with that. I felt like it's stiff putting on and off. It can be like tough. If you're in between sizes, size up, right? If you're really in between sizes, size up with this, because it can be a little stiff getting on and off. Exceptionally quiet. Great when it's on. Excellent when you're wearing it. But like I said, it can be a little tough getting on and off. So I found that. So really good with the Encounter Fleece. And of course, it's dead quiet and it's tough, right? Your Peloton 97, on the other hand, is not tough, right? So don't drag this thing through jaggers if you can help it. Has like a ripstop material here and holds up pretty well, but this is extremely thin. Like I said, 4.6 ounces. It's not meant to be tough. The Encounter Fleece top here, it's great when you're wearing it, but I got a large and I probably needed to size up. It's a little tight getting on. But other than that, as a top and some of the mesh stuff they have built into it here, it's warm, it's comfortable, it's nice. It's got nice soft shell material that's extremely quiet. Both the pants and the top are very, very quiet. And the Peloton 97 continues to be, ounce for ounce, one of the best things I've ever tested. So far so good with this stuff. Right. On the other hand, the Encounter Fleece is tough. This is tough. You can go through jaggers and stuff. You might get hung up a little bit, but it's not. It's not a brush pant. It's a fleece with a kind of a tough outer. It is, right, pretty good. A little bit of stretch in there, more like two-way stretch versus four-way stretch on the Encounter. Now, and I had wanted to try out some Kuiu pants for a while because I heard good things about the Attack pant and stuff, which is their signature pant. The Pro pant here with the knee pads, one of my favorite pants. Much like the Peloton 97, I have loved testing these pants. They have great flex to them. They bend with you. They work with you when you're climbing the tree. When you're hiking in them, it's effortless. Good. I have the Pro pants on, and the Pro pants have been great. They have the knee pads in them. Allow me, when I'm saddle hunting here, to get against the tree. So, real nice feature. I am up here very close to the top of the mountain. Really great four-way stretch in these. Really great four-way stretch. The knee pads, I thought might get in the way or feel awkward walking. They don't. They have really good flex to them. Here you can see the cutouts on them, right? And those cutouts are meant to bend with your knee as you're bending. So they bend with you and they work really good. They're tough, and getting them against the tree, I had them against the tree in the saddle quite a bit. Did not really, I thought it was going to be a lot of scuffs on these and really chewed up, but they're not. They held up good through the season, right? Wore these several times because they were perfect for the temperatures that we had this season, which had a lot of warmer days. Perfect for that. I think could have used inside here in the waistband. I'd love to see some rubber coating in here to kind of help keep the pants up. Not that I had an issue keeping the pants up, did not have a problem with that. These are just built tough. They are a tough, durable pant, and they're not noisy. They're quiet. They're not noisy. Very surprising as far as that goes. The great thing they have as far as pockets, right? You have regular pockets up here, and then you have zip pockets down here on the pants, on the leg, right? Not huge pockets, but they're there. The back, zippered pockets on the back. So really nice with that. Held up really nice. Very nice pockets. Overall, the pants itself, like I said, very tough, very durable. Side zips, which I use the heck out of and love. You can see the mesh there for breathability in the pant. Held up really well, very tough. I cannot say enough about the pants. I think that Kuiu is known for their pants. I never got an opportunity to test them. Compared to other pants that I've tested, I would put these definitely in the top 3 of pants that I've tested. Now, the other thing that I wanted to have was packable insulation that's going to keep me warm in those in those temperatures. You know, they're 40 to 60. Now we're dropping down to the 30s. It's heading a little darker. I got to my stand, and now it's that cold's creeping in. I need to throw something on, and it needs to be quiet. I had read a ton of reviews before picking this jacket out, as opposed to getting like the Encounter stuff and everything, and had heard people that were really, really satisfied with the Kenai jacket versus some of the other things that was really quiet. Did a great job. I tested it. It is very, very, very quiet compared to a lot of micro fleece stuff that's, you know, you say any kind of puffy like this. This has ripstop material on it, but I would not drag this through jaggers and stuff. I do not think this would hold up well, and it's not made to be tough. It's meant to be in your pack and get pulled out. Can you wear it? I wore it walking through the woods, and it breathes really well. It has zips underneath here. You can zip out, right, to open up and vent out. Very nice feature for it because it's a windproof jacket. You want that. Excellent performance, right? Putting it on and keeping me warm. And then, you know, if you're really going hard, but if you're just going small, this thing is extremely quiet for a puffy, right? Probably the quietest puffy jacket that I've had. It's like Ozio has some extremely quiet jackets. So it's probably comparable to the Ozio packable insulation. They're midweight puffy, very, very similar to that. And that, you know, you have the ones from the Ambience hoodie and the Ambient jackets from Sitka, very similar to that. Very similar to the new First Light puffy that's probably around the same as the Ozios. Very, very similar to that. All very quiet for puffies. You can have packable insulation in your pack. Pull it out. Just pull it out and put on this Kenai jacket from Kuiu, the Kuiu Kenai jacket, and great packable item. Very quiet, you know. Very, very quiet for packable insulation like that. Probably one of the more quiet ones that I've tested. Nice and warm. Probably good. Like, I have the Peloton 97 on, Brenya mesh base layer, and that's it underneath this. So this probably carry me down into, you know, about maybe in the 40s, 40 degrees, maybe. Open this up. It's got a chest pocket right here. The zipper is not bad at all considering. See the inside of this. And then probably the most important thing, wraps around your wrist pretty decent. Keep the wind out. But even when I'm messing with it here, you don't have that normal puffy crackling. You can pack it down and shove it in your pack, and it's not taking up a ton of room. So excellent performance across the board. Probably the piece that I didn't like the best was probably the Encounter Fleece pullover. Like I said, getting it on comfort wise, when it was on, it was great, but putting it on and taking it off was kind of a struggle. If you're in between sizes, size up. Everything was pretty quiet, great for bow hunting. The whole set I'm enamored with and really want to wear more because I liked it so much. I really don't get excited because I test so much stuff. I don't get excited about stuff too often anymore because I do test so much stuff, and it's nice to have something that I say, wow, this stuff is really good, really good. So go ahead, test this stuff out yourself. If you already use it, love to hear about it in the comments. Tell me what you think. See if you have the same experience as me. I think Peloton 97 sets the standard for, price, or not price, but weight to warmth ratio, 4.6 ounces. So light, so warm for the weight. Great piece. So tell me what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Love to have you back for more videos. And until then, I will see you next time.